Hello, Maggie, Eve, Be Good. Who else was here? So, can y'all hear me? Anybody? Okay. Hey, Eve. Hey, Maggie. Hi, Nanny. Let's see here. I'm going to trigger one in this one. I usually don't do that, but this one kind of needs it, I think. I don't know. Everybody probably knows about this case, don't they? I mean, most people do, I think. I don't know. People's covering it, but funny, funny. This case ain't funny, but sorry. I'm going to run a banner here, I think. Maggie, Eve, have y'all heard about it? I'm sure you have. Nanny, I know. It's this is uh I always try to keep my word and not get into any more kid cases, but this one here, I don't know, I can't help it. This little girl has got my heart and it's really fucked up, man. Really fucked up. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And it's like, oh my God, this poor baby girl, you know? I know I've been following it. I just ain't covered it and I wasn't going to, but I just feel the need, you know. I need to I don't know. I don't know what can we do to help this baby girl get justice, you know? Or me too, Maggie, and it's got my heart fucked up, man. Ugh. And then this mama, I don't know. What do y'all think about the mama? And remember, whenever we state our opinions, use in my opinion or allegedly or anything like that. I don't want to be over here spreading misinformation or people taking it wrong, you know? Hey, Nana's Dragonfly. Yeah, this is horrible, man. It's like, that's why I said, Nana, this one here's fucking got my heart all fucked up. And I haven't had one of these cases do this to me since Harmony Montgomery, and Harmony Montgomery is actually the case that made me start covering kid cases. I still follow the ones I followed, but like Harmony's, man, I can't even watch court or anything new and hear what happened to that baby girl because oh my God, rest in peace, little Harmony baby. Eve, I think so too. I think she knew, or she had to expect or suspect something, right? In my opinion, allegedly, not allegedly, it's in my opinion because this has been going on for like 5 years with this baby, maybe longer. The motherfucker's brain kept pictures. He accidentally reset his phone. Harmony's bad, yeah, Nanny. I agree. That one really got me. Yeah, Harmony got me. I love that little baby. I would have took her in a heartbeat, man. Anybody would have. She was so fucking adorable. And the most innocent, sweet eyes. Oh my God. I gotta quit thinking about Harmony. I'll cry. This is the only other case, this one here with Madeline, and oh my god, how that mother, she had to something in my opinion. At least in her clothes or something all these years, there's no way, there's no fucking way. It's not like it just happened over the weekend or something, no, this was years and years, and it's could be Eve, could be. I'm not saying either way, I can't say because I ain't got no proof or nothing, but that many years though, I just don't see it. It went on too long. And everybody has a friend that they can fight in, and I just, um, if Maddie told anybody, in confidence or because I heard she had a friend that she told her mama and her mama didn't believe her, allegedly. I don't know. I've not seen that. I've just seen people say it in chats and stuff. I have no clue if that's true, where it came from. Oh yeah, you're good, Eve. You're good, love. Yeah, please put that because you know how people overuse, in my opinion, sometimes. But hey, Nikki. Hey, love. Have you followed this case, Nikki? All is great. It really is. Oh my God. Well, I am going to play some stuff. I'm late to the game of covering it. I know, but oh well. Shit happens, and here I am. No regrets because it's for this baby girl. Did y'all see where he? Oh, shit. Like I want to play Jen's interviews and stuff like that, and his and all that. We're going to watch it so I can start out, even though we all know. And it's always good to go back over stuff. And I might have to mute and cry because this is heartbreaking. And it's very triggering for me. And I know that and I didn't suffer abuse growing up or nothing. And I can imagine, I'm so sorry to those that have suffered abuse. Just know you're not forgotten about and you matter. And I'm proud of you for being a survivor. And if you're a victim, um, please reach out and you're worth it. If you're going through it and yeah. See if we can get some phone numbers and stuff. Drop in chat, y'all, please. Like resources for people, mental health and SA and all that. Please and thank you. Okay. Did y'all see where he worked at Epcot allegedly? This, I can't say this is him in this picture thing or whatever. Here, let me share it. But see, this is a video. I got it paused here, and they say that right there in the red shirt is him. This was years ago, a few years ago. But that's like the only part that shows him. It's like the first second of the damn video, and that's it. Yeah, he allegedly worked at Epcot, but Disney says they didn't never have him work for them or nothing. But that's a lie because Epcot is Disney. It's all there together. Hang on just a second. Alright, I'm back. I had to get me some cigarettes. Okay, let me see here. For those that don't know, Madeline Soto from Kissimmee, Florida. Hey sis, you're good. We just starting really. Madeline Soto from Kissimmee, Florida, 13 years old, went missing. She turned 13 on February 22nd. Um, she had a birthday party on the Sunday after her birthday. The next day, her mother reported her missing, which I believe was March or February 26th, I believe. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong on this information. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head here. Um, Sis, this case got me fucked up. I've been following it from the beginning, but I just haven't like covered it or nothing. And I told myself I wasn't going to get into any more kid cases, but I can't help it with this one. There's something about it, and I want to see this baby girl get justice. And like I've never seen this kind of shit in real life happen like this. It's like, oh my god. And then it's this precious little baby girl, and I don't care. She was a teenager. She's still a baby kid. She's still a kid. My dog's here. But she had her birthday party. Let me see here. I got it wrote down somewhere. Yeah, February 25th, she had the birthday party. February 26th is whenever her mom reported her missing. She said that the mother's boyfriend took her to school. Jennifer discovered later that her daughter never made it to school because she went to pick her up and she wasn't there. And that days later, Jen Soto's boyfriend, Stefan Stearns, was made the prime suspect in Madeline Soto's disappearance. And I can't even talk. Let's see, what was his name? Arrested on unrelated charges regarding sexual battery and child sex abuse material found on his phone. And then last week, I believe it was, they added 60 new charges to it. And back in October, I believe it was, this past year, 2023, DeSantis passed a bill that capital punishment for children 12 and under if you harm them like that. And Madison would have been 12. I mean, I'm sure he harmed her from the time she lost her life till October last year. I'm sure, Come on. He disposed of her laptop and backpack in a dumpster at 7:30 that morning. It's on camera. I never heard that her mom drove her to school. I never heard that. But I know they said they talked about her birthday and stuff. Hey, JPL, yep, they are. You can't tell me that mother didn't know something all those years. There's no way. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way she didn't expect something or something, in my opinion. There's no way. Yes, I'm going to play the interview sis here in a minute. I was just showing this here where he was in this video right there at Epcot. This video was, 7 months ago. Oh, there was something else. Hold on. Not that. What the fuck? Just a second here. Shit. Just a second here, y'all. Fuck, that's not even what I was looking for. Let's see here. Hold on just a second, y'all. They found her body on March 1st in St. Cloud, like on the other side there, like 20 some miles from her home. And in St. Cloud, I think it was after, yeah, it was after, I know it was after, I can't remember the date, March 6th maybe. Here, we're going to watch this. A father and son duo, I believe. A father and son got arrested for child porn and all that. The neighborhood Santa. And one of them unalives himself over it.
The Department of Homeland Security raided the home yesterday, and tonight we know it is part of a child pornography investigation involving a father and son. Good evening, I'm Greg Warman.
And I'm Martha Sigalski. That raid happened on Countryside View Circle near Canoe Creek Road, and neighbors tell us they saw dozens of law enforcement and actually a body removed from this house. Channel 9 Chantel Navarro is live in St. Cloud, and Chantel, there are some deep.
And see, this is Osceola County, which is the same county that Kissimmee's in, because I used to work there, and it's all Orlando area. It's fucked up in Orlando. I actually worked in Kissimmee, and it's kind of crazy.
Deeply disturbing details in this case about this father and son.
Yeah, and the two people are not only father and son, but they're two people that the neighbors really knew well. One of them, James Cox, used to dress up as Santa Claus. He'd approach a lot of the children here in the neighborhood, and they were all kind of familiar with each other. This is a home right here behind me. We saw teams return today with two cargo vans bringing out large bags. Unclear right now if it was evidence or not, but documents show the men had cameras secretly set up inside the home where they recorded children in the neighborhood naked. This is a view from Sky Witness 9 where you can see Homeland Security entering the home of James and Henry Cox. Inside, agents discovered Henry dead and arrested James on child porn charges. Investigators say Henry killed himself before the search warrant could be executed.
Just shocked because we visited with those guys for years. Number one, and number two, they've always had kids around, their grandkids and neighborhood kids.
The investigation began in November when St. Cloud police received a tip that someone was uploading child sex abuse material. Later, they learned it was of two children who live in the neighborhood. Some videos contained sexual battery. Other material showed a young boy using a public restroom. In all, the U.S. Attorney's Office says federal agents collected 15 electronic storage devices believed to have belonged to Henry Cox. And on it, more than 50 photos or videos. Neighbors say James Cox was friendly, known to dress like Santa all year round and approach children. They were horrified to learn of the charges.
There's a pile of kids that live in the house across the street, too.
Yeah.
And I feel like they should have told us You don't tell us any details, just say, be careful with your kids.
The medical examiner's office is still working to wrap up the autopsy report on Henry Cox. At this time, James Cox faces charges for uploading that child porn material, but more charges could still follow in the future. Live in St. Cloud, Chantal Navarro, Channel 9.
Hey, Auntie M. Good to see you again. Seen you earlier and remain calm. Do y'all think these two cases are connected? She was found 20 miles from her home and like 5 minutes from here, 10 minutes or something from these people's house. Coincidence or just is there something to it? I mean, I can't stop thinking about that. And this was after Madeline lost her life. This was earlier this month. Let's see here. Let me see. What am I looking for? I'm going to show his obituary. Pretty sure this is the son to Santa or whatever the hell his name is. Hold on, let me get my glasses so I can see this. Let's see here. Hey, Wacky. Hey, love. Hold on just a second. My headphones are dying now. Can y'all hear me? I had to switch headphones. One of my AirPods died. This case is heartbreaking, Eve. These fucking glasses are dirty as hell. I don't know how I get them dirty. I think my hair does it. The stuff I put in my hair. Oh, shit. Okay, see if I can make this a little bigger. No, that don't work, does it? No, that don't work. I didn't want. Okay, I'm gonna do that. But how do I zoom in on this? I need to learn how to do that. I can do it on my. That's not it. Zoom right here. Here we go. Can y'all see that? Make it a little bigger. That's too big, maybe. Let's see. No, that's perfect. Okay. Says, it is with deep sorrow that we announce the death of Henry John Cox of St. Cloud, Florida. He was born on November 27th, 1970 in Amityville, New York, and passed away on March 5th, 2024 at the age of 53, leaving to mourn family and friends. Henry graduated from New Milford High School in Connecticut in 1989. He went on to complete his master's degree in social work at the University of Central Florida College of Graduate Studies. He worked as a counselor for DCF. That is where he met Mark, whom he would adopt as his son. His love for travel would lead him to be a flight attendant with Spirit. Henry enjoyed cruising and loved visiting many destinations. He enjoyed spending time at Disney and other theme parks with his grandchildren. who all worked at Disney. Jen, and he worked at Epcot, at least not long ago. He's preceded in death by his mother, Donna. Henry leaves behind his father, James Jim Cox of St. Cloud, his son, Mark, Elizabeth, I could say, wife, grandchildren. I'm not going to name all of them, but yeah, you get the point. Crazy. That's crazy. I just think there's some kind of connection. I do. In my opinion. That's my opinion. A lot of people hasn't really caught it because they don't hear about these two fucks, Santa and his sidekick. Son, his own son. They're in it together, sick fucks. And the son worked with DCF and wow. A counselor with social services. I mean, come on. What the fuck? That dude probably fucked kids up more than they was. Sad. Thank you, Eve. Thank you. Okay, now we're gonna just watch this interview with Jen, and Stefan. Sick fucks. Sorry, but yeah, we're gonna watch it and have to look at the motherfuckers again. But you can't tell me that motherfucking mama didn't know something. In my opinion. She might not know everything. Maybe she did. We don't know, in my opinion. We don't know nothing. She acted fucking funny and lied a few times.
Okay. So the first question is if I can have your last name, and spell them both out for me.
Okay. Jennifer Soto, JENNIFER
Mother.
Mother.
Jennifer, tell me how you feeling right now.
I feel like I can't breathe. All I keep thinking about is, where is she? Is she safe? Is she okay?
Wacky probably to keep tabs on him. Well, there ain't nothing to keep tabs on. He's in jail, but
my entire family's a mess. We're just so worried.
When did you first realize, or when did you file a missing report?
We filed a missing report. We called the police at like 4:45 yesterday, 4:45 p.m. But she actually went missing early that morning, around between 8:45 and 9 o'clock in the morning. She went missing. We had dropped her off close to the school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Sorry. That should be it. Sorry about that. We dropped her off at school, close to school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to share.
You share whatever you feel comfortable sharing. I know you had conversations with detectives. Not sure what that conversation is, but whichever you feel comfortable sharing, that we'll put the awareness out there.
Yeah, she was spotted walking by the church, by the middle school, on the cameras. They saw her hang out in the parking lot for a little bit and then get up and leave. They didn't see a vehicle or anything else. They just saw her walk away around 9 a.m. heading towards the school, but she never made it.
What has the school said? Have you been in contact with the school?
Yes, that they're doing everything they can. They've given me all their resources. The principals called me. They've looked at their cameras. I don't think they've caught anything on the cameras that's too far away.
So yeah, at 9 o'clock, they said, about 7:30 that morning when he was disposing of her laptop and backpack in the dumpster, they pretty much have claimed her already been deceased at that time. So yeah, who was on the video? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
From the sidewalk, everything is too grainy, so they can't see specific faces. But they've looked. I'm just waiting to hear anything else from them.
Is this normal behavior
Not
to
at all.
just not show up or call or text or anything?
Not at all, no. She, from time to time, she will leave her cell phone at home accidentally, and that's actually what happened yesterday. She left her phone at home. She went to school. But that happens from time to time. She's got ADHD. Her memory, she's very forgetful. So yeah, there's no way to track her right now because the detectives now have her phone. But this isn't normal behavior now.
What was the last thing, I guess, the conversation that you two had, you and your daughter?
We spoke about her birthday party. She had a birthday party on Sunday. She had a great time. I couldn't make it because I was working, but she had an amazing time. She was so happy with all her gifts. I told her good night, and yeah, that was it. I wasn't the one who took her to school in the morning. That was my partner.
Yeah. 13?
She's 13 years old. Yes.
13, Madeline. What are you thinking right now?
In my heart, I feel like somebody took her. This isn't like her to just pick up and run away, or just not go to school. I don't know what to think.
I have ADHD. I have diagnosed ADHD, and I wouldn't forget something like that. Stuff you forget is, I don't know, it's not that. I'm not, no. Even a 13-year-old would be smarter than me not to leave their phone. They're attached to them damn phones. Miss Justice, I don't know. But I've wondered that too. But I heard she had 2 parties, allegedly. One on her birthday and one that day. But who was at this party? Who was at the first party? I mean, we don't see no pictures. Nobody's talking about them really. It had to be planned, Wacky. I agree. This bitch don't look like she been crying or nothing. Megs, hey love. Right, Miss Justice. Exactly. Exactly. Blows my mind. Stupid bitch. You want to blame fucking ADHD? People want to say people's victim shaming. I've seen people taking up for this monster. I get it. It happens in every case. But this case is different, y'all. Don't. Everybody's guilty until proven innocent on this one for me. I'm sorry, but she failed that baby just as bad as anybody else. Sunshine Daydream. Hey, love. Right. Right, and Jen here said, 9 o'clock, they seen her on video walking through the parking lot of the church, but it was grainy and you couldn't see much, so yeah. Let's continue.
Friends, the friends' parents, you've contacted and went through
Everyone.
every single person.
Everyone that we know that she knows, we've contacted them all, reached out to them. The parents have gone out to search and look for her as well. And we haven't come up with anything yet.
I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook, Hunters Creek rants and raves and what have you. Did people say that they were going to conduct some type of like search party or anything?
A lot of people have asked me to volunteer, like if there is one, if they can do one. I have people passing out flyers, going to every store in that vicinity, a gas station, church. I think people were being stopped in the street this morning in front of the school to see if they've seen anything, if they've heard anything. My family they're going all out right now. Yeah.
I know as a mother, a lot is going on in your brain
So much.
to bring her back home. What have the law enforcement told you that you are able to share?
I mean, that they're doing the best they can. They've had detectives come out, interview us. They took a piece of her clothing for the canine dog to see if they can sniff her out. I'm not sure when that's being done.
Do you have any inkling where she possibly could be? Like if you would say, okay, last time I went to work and came back, she was at James' house or Sabrina's house, and maybe I forgot to check that house, or she played at this park one weekend, maybe she went back there or something like that.
We've looked everywhere we could have thought, and anywhere she would have been. She would have known to wait for me at the school. But we did check if she could have walked. My mom's office is close to the school. We checked there. We checked the walking paths that she could have taken. We've checked all of her friend's house. I think we've checked everywhere I could think of, honestly.
What do you think? Oh gosh, I just had it tip of my tongue. What was she wearing?
She was last seen wearing a green hoodie, black shorts, white Crocs, a black JanSport backpack with gray hibiscus flowers on it.
And you said this is not like her.
Not at all.
To run away, an argument, anything like that to provoke her?
She's never done anything like this, no. And we haven't had any arguments recently to have this outcome.
What school?
Hunters Creek Middle School.
Tom, any questions?
No.
Is there anything that you think our viewers would need to know about the way you're feeling, the way the family's feeling, Madeline?
We're desperate for any answers, anything that you can do to help. I'm here for it. Just please, if you see my daughter, just please bring her home. I just hope you're okay, Maddie. I hope you're safe. I hope you're not hurt. I just hope she's okay.
When did you notice that she was missing? Because this was at the beginning of the morning.
She got dropped off in the morning. We did not notice until after school pickup at 4 o'clock when I went to go pick her up, and she wasn't at school.
So we're going in 24 hours now.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No word, no text message, no messages anywhere from her. I've looked at all her social medias. I've looked at all her games she could have played with, any app. No weird conversations. Nothing strange. Everything was conversations with just normal friends or us.
She knows how to get home by herself, as if like, let's just say, take a bus or an Uber or something like that. She would know how to get home alone, correct?
I'm not sure. I don't know if she would know how to get home. Maybe, I mean, if someone, I'm thinking if someone got in the car with her and if she pointed the way, what roads, she probably could figure out how to get. But like, does she know her full address? I don't think she does.
Which would give me which I mean, it just puts in my brain that she always comes home with someone.
She always comes
So
home with
there's
me.
no need for her to really
Exactly.
learn. Okay. And you said no, Tom? He knows everything. All right. The first question is if I can get your first and last name and spell them both out for me.
Stephen Stearns, Stephan Stearns.
All right. So, Stephen, you seem very emotional right now. Explain to us.
I dropped her off. Everything looked fine when I drove away. It's the last time we saw her.
What were the conversations that y'all had in the car when you dropped her off?
Not much. She was asleep for most of the way. Told her have a good day at school when she got out, and I love her. She said thanks, love you too. That was it.
And so, where do you think she could possibly be? I mean, this isn't, as I was told, this isn't normal behavior.
This is not normal behavior. She's not the type that would just run off. We don't know where she could be. And we're scared. We just want her home.
Are you, in a sense, blaming yourself?
It's hard not to.
Why?
I dropped her off early. I could have waited longer. She looked okay. She was walking towards the school when I saw her. It was like any other day, so I went on with my day. It's hard not to blame myself.
What has the conversation been with Jen since?
She's been a lot stronger than me. She's been holding it together really well, but it just keeps coming in waves. Just the reality keeps hitting. We don't know where she is. We don't know if she's safe. We're just scared. We just want her home.
Have you, like, literally put boots on the ground, went out?
Yeah, I even went out with the cops where I had dropped her off, and we looked all up and down the road, all along communities, and there was nothing helpful. None of the cameras were pointing the street. Nothing, which in 2024 was surprising. The church across the street had some cameras, and they mentioned seeing her waiting around in the parking lot for a while before moving on, and that was it. But it was grainy. It was grainy footage, and not much else.
Does it seem like she walked west, east?
They said in the direction of the school. I'm not sure what that is.
What was the language? Not language verbally, body language. When you dropped her off, did she seem happy? Was she like, I'm going to meet my friends?
Happy. She had a happy weekend. She just turned 13. She had her 13th birthday party. She was happy that we were all together here, and she was just very happy. She was a happy kid. She's very sweet. She's a very sweet girl. She brings a lot of joy to us, and we just not knowing.
So the unknown is killing you.
Yeah, it's like our whole world is upside down. Not feeling her presence here is. Sorry.
Miss Justice, that's a good thing. I think there's something to them damn toys too. I know they said they can communicate through them. They lived in a really nice condo, and only her working. And well, allegedly he wasn't there full time living, but he had a room there. So why do you have a room if he wasn't there all the time? You know, there's just so much bullshit in this. There's something to them toys. I agree. And his sick ass Reddit threads and shit. Yeah, I heard that too, Wacky. That she was in a mental ward or whatever, allegedly. Yeah, whatever. Hey, Jude. Is that the real you? Or is this your clone? It's you. I'm going to subscribe to your channel. That way I know it's you and I can check. Share, Hey Jude has a clone going around, so be aware. He showed more emotion than the old mama. I mean, she was scared to death, shaking that leg. Yeah, Megs, I think that anxiety's real. That's real anxiety, yeah. This fucking bitch ass man does, Megs. Piece of shit. You know, and everybody's like, oh, he'll get his justice in prison. They'll get him. No, they won't, because they're going to put him in the area with the same fucking sick fucks just like him. Look at Chris Watts. He's still alive, and he's a baby killer. I mean, yeah, drop him in gin pop, yeah, and he'll be gone in a day. And sometimes all these guards, you know, somehow prisoners accidentally just end up in gin pop. You know, it just happens sometimes. They didn't know. I've seen that happen, so maybe he'll just accidentally end up in gin pop. Sick fuck.
It's hard.
I know you're fine. Don't need to apologize. What do you want our viewers to know when they see this?
She's a sweetheart. She's a very sweet, kind girl. Just please be nice to her. Bring her home if you find her. Tell her that we love her. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay.
I mean, if someone were to come in contact with her and you gave me her diagnoses, would it be easy to approach her without any like agitation or anything?
Yeah. She's a good kid. She's a good kid.
If you can sum up in one complete sentence, waking up, getting ready to drop her off at school, dropping her off at school, to now speaking to me after talking to the police about her being missing for over 24 hours right now. In one complete sentence, what would that be?
A living nightmare. It's a living nightmare. Day started off like any other. And I just want to wake up and just get hit with waves of the reality just it's setting in. As soon as it got dark last night, we started falling apart because we knew it wasn't going to come to an end. And now we're going on 24 hours and still nothing. Just conflicting reports here and there. People say they see this or that. None of it's conclusive and none of it's helpful. We just want a baby girl back.
Tom, any questions?
No, I'm good.
Thank you.
Any of her friends? Has she been active on any social media?
She hasn't been active on social.
Okay, that was that one. And here is like, I don't know what this was. Right, Nikki? Yeah, this one. Hey, Jude. It's sad.
Jen, go ahead and tell us what's going on with Maddie.
Well, Monday morning, we took her to school. We dropped her off close to school, across the street from a church, which is it's right next to the school. She crossed the street and walked to school, what we thought walked to school. My boyfriend who drove her to school drove away at that point. It was seen on video footage that she hung out in the parking lot of the church for a few minutes and then got up and walked towards the school. But she never made it that walk and that was around 9 a.m. when she got up. She never made it to school after that. It's right next to the school. I don't know why she didn't make it. I don't know if something happened on her walk along the way or if she got taken, but she never made it.
And that was the last anyone's seen of her or heard from her?
Yes. I went to pick her up after school, and she wasn't there. So I started driving around, maybe thinking she took a walk. Maybe she decided to walk to my mom's office, which is pretty close to the school as well. Drove around and I didn't see anything. I drove back to the school. The school was closed. I emailed one of her teachers. They confirmed that she was absent all day. At that point is when I called 911 because I realized something was truly wrong.
Have you heard from like any of her friends? Has she been active on any social media?
She hasn't been active on social media, none of her chats, none of her games. We did contact all her friends. None of them had seen her Monday or heard from her. Yeah, there's no update.
And I have to ask this, and I know I hate doing it, but is she the type that would run away? Has this happened in the past or anything? Has she ever threatened to run away?
Never. She's never ever mentioned anything like this before, and she's not the type to want to do this. She did accidentally leave her phone on Monday, which is kind of normal for her. She's got ADHD and very forgetful. So she left her phone at home, so there's no way to trace her. They tried tracing her school laptop, but that's off, so it's not pinging to anything.
Jen, what is your fear? I know you mentioned she's on games and stuff. Do you think she could have like met somebody and tried to meet up with them?
She's open to us. She's open with us about, if she's got a crush with anyone, and she told us she had a crush on someone at school. And I looked at their messages, nothing was weird. I looked at all of her messages, all of her deleted messages. Nothing seemed weird. It didn't seem like she was talking to anyone. So I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like she may have been taken, because this is not like her at all to just disappear and not tell us, not let us know where she's going or who she's with. Yeah.
What are you getting from law enforcement? I mean, are they actively searching for her? I mean, what happens now? I mean, especially that she doesn't have her phone with her.
So as far as I know, they're conducting a search around the school. Behind the school, there's a Shingle Creek. There's a wooded path area that you could walk. It's a hiking path. They are going back there with their canine dogs. They've taken a piece of her clothing to see if they can trace her scent. They're also taking their own vehicles. I'm not sure what type of vehicles, but they're going into the woods to search for her. But I don't feel like that's going to find anything right now. We've had people all day on that trail sending us photos to see if anything there looks familiar and like her personal belongings, and nothing is hers. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm just contacting the news to get the word out, to get some help, because I'm desperate. I'm a wreck right now.
So you think that she's been taken against her will?
I do think so, yes.
As a mom, what's your mother's intuition telling you right now?
I'm trying to hope for the best, but I'm scared for her. I want her to be okay, and I want her to be safe. I don't want her to come back harmed. I just want her back, whatever that means. I just want her back.
Are you getting any updates from law enforcement? I mean, yes, they're searching that small area, but have they gotten any hits on any scent or anything like that?
They haven't let me know anything. They haven't updated me since I spoke to them this morning. I've contacted them to get some information or to give them some leads, but I've heard nothing back.
And Jen, there's no way that she, just being, a teenager, was like, maybe had a fight with you or an argument with you and was like, you know what, I'm going to go hang out at so-and-so's house and teach her a lesson. Could that be a scenario?
I don't believe so. We actually haven't gotten into a fight in like a few weeks, or arguments or anything like that. If anything, on Sunday, she celebrated her 13th birthday with my entire family, and she had the best day. She was so happy. She showed us all her gifts. She's just a happy girl, and she showed it on Sunday night when she went to bed. She was so happy. So, she had the best day. I just, there was no moment in that evening from when she got home from the party that she had her phone or had the laptop. She went straight to getting ready and went to bed. So I know she didn't have any conversations with anyone. She didn't make plans with anyone. I didn't see any of that.
So she spent the whole Sunday celebrating her 13th birthday. Was her 13th birthday on that Sunday, or that was just like the time you guys were celebrating?
That was the time we were celebrating. Her birthday was on Thursday, the 22nd.
Okay,
She
so
just turned 13.
that's just so heartbreaking to be celebrating her 13th birthday, and then the very next day,
She's
that's the
gone.
last you've seen of her.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you go now? Are you gonna go out there and search or look, or what is are you sticking by the phone? Are you what are you doing?
I'm staying at home, staying by the phone, hoping she just appears. I know my entire family is out looking. They've all spread a bunch of flyers. They've gone. I've had people contact me that they've gone to the international airport.
Hey, Unc. How you doing, bro? Yeah, sis, I think something happened Sunday night too, in my opinion. Because the police say at 7:30 that morning she was allegedly already deceased. But she looks different here than she did in that other interview. I call bullshit too, Nikki. I don't trust this bitch. And him back there like a fucking creepy he is. Hey, Buck.
Airport to spread flyers, to Amtrak, to Greyhound, just any way that if someone's taken her and they're trying to take her, just to show her face, just to make sure she's not being taken against her will.
And you mentioned ADHD. Was there anything else maybe mentally going on, or that you knew of?
She does suffer from anxiety, and once upon a time she was diagnosed with autism. We had her what's the word? She does suffer.
Listen to this. Once upon a time, she was diagnosed with autism. I mean, autism just don't go away, you dumbass.
Suffer from anxiety, and once upon a time she was diagnosed with autism. We had her what's the word?
Brain, maybe?
Reevaluated.
Okay.
We had her reevaluated a few months ago, actually, and they told us no, she didn't have autism, but she did have some autistic traits. She did have ADHD, some autistic traits, but not autism. So I'm not sure where to leave with that, because one doctor said she did and one doctor saying she doesn't, and I don't know. She's just in the middle, I guess, because she.
Okay, well, if she's been diagnosed with ADHD, she more than likely was on medication, which would, if she was taking it correctly, she wouldn't have forgot. She wouldn't be so forgetful now, would she? Don't blame this on fucking mental health, lady, because I've got a lot of shit, including ADHD, so don't even go there. It's like, no, you want to keep throwing out her mental illness and whatever. No. I don't know, Miss Justice, maybe. Hey, Wondering Hearts. Hey, love. I don't think Madeline received her meds either, sis. I don't. Yep. Yeah.
She does have some tendencies, but socially she's pretty great. So I'm not sure.
And with the video that you were able to see whenever your boyfriend dropped her off, where was that? Which video? Was it a surveillance camera?
It was a surveillance camera from the church, Peace Church, right next to Hunters Creek Middle School.
And do you have that video?
I don't have that. They didn't show me. They wouldn't show me. It was actually my sister was the one at location, and they were letting her know what they saw on camera.
Okay.
But they didn't show it to any of us.
Got it. Okay. Jen, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Please, 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 if you have any information, contact me, contact law enforcement. Any information helps. Maddie, if you see this, please come home. Please be safe. I love you very much. If you have my Maddie, please just let her come home. We just want her home.
All right. Well, good afternoon. So thank you for being here so we can bring as much attention as possible to the case of missing juvenile Madeline Soto. So let me first start by saying, I know as a parent, this is every parent's worst nightmare. Many of our detectives and deputies who are working the case, they also have children. So they're working extra hard to find Madeline. We can't even imagine the pain and anguish that Madeline's family is going through. But I do want to assure the community that we have well over 100 deputies, detectives, intelligence analysts, and specialized personnel who are investigating this case and searching for Madeline right now. And we will not stop until we find her. So Madeline is 13 years old. She has been missing since 8:30 on Monday morning when mom's boyfriend dropped her off near Hunters Creek Middle School. He dropped her off actually near the Peace United Methodist Church on Town Loop Boulevard. So I'll kind of go through like a timeline of events as we know it. Like I said, mom's boyfriend dropped Madeline off at about 8:30 a.m. on Monday morning, a few blocks away from the school. At approximately 4:30 on Monday afternoon, Madeline's mom went to the school to pick her up and found out that Madeline was not there and had never reported to school. So she never actually entered the school. And so we also learned that Madeline left her phone at home that day. So we were called on Monday evening at approximately 8 p.m. Our patrol deputies went out there, met with Madeline's mom at the school near Hunters Creek to take a report on her missing daughter. So we started the investigation that night, started canvassing the area, looking for any witnesses or surveillance video. So later that evening, while we were doing an investigation, we did obtain an article of Madeline from the house. We called our bloodhound. The bloodhound did an extensive search, which unfortunately did not provide any results about her whereabouts. So our missing persons detectives responded to take over the investigation. So they did interviews with mom's boyfriend, Madeline's friends from school. We were able to access Madeline's phone, and there is information on the phone that indicated that she told people when she turned 13, which was on February 22nd, she actually wanted to go live in the woods. So that was in her phone. And so during the course of the day on Tuesday, detectives and deputies conducted extensive interviews, an extensive canvass. We collected video from the area and again, conducted interviews with family members. So on yesterday, we distributed flyers in the area near the school. As a matter of fact, Madeline's family had their own flyers. We're also distributing flyers to family and friends and students at the school at the same time. So the house is in Kissimmee, where the family lives, is being held overnight by the Orange County Sheriff's Office and the Kissimmee Police so that we can secure search warrants. This is common practice in cases like this, and those search warrants should be executed today. On Wednesday this morning, more than 50 members of our emergency response team responded out there to the area near the school and conducted an area search for Madeline. And so we have a command post set up out there at that area. We also have a command post set up here at the sheriff's office for the investigative side of it. So, our detectives are continuing to do interviews and follow up on all possible leads. One thing we do in all missing person cases, especially missing juveniles, our sex offender surveillance squad goes out and makes contact with every single sex offender in the area of Madeline's last location. And so, I wish I had some more definitive answers. We just want to keep getting Madeline's picture out there. We want people who may know something about her disappearance to call us. They can call us anonymously at 1-800-423-TIPS. They can also call 911 if they think they know what happened to Madeline. And again, it's every parent's worst nightmare, but rest assured that we are doing everything possible. We have an extensive section dedicated to working solely on finding out where Madeline is. And I'll take some questions, but again, still early on in the investigation. I'll start over here. So right now, the facts of the disappearance don't qualify through the Florida Department of Law Enforcement for an Amber Alert. Certainly, if through the investigation it does qualify for an Amber Alert, we will send that out.
Sure. Just, I know we say it's the mother's boyfriend. Is there any indication the father's in the picture? Is he local? Is there any possibility another family member from, I guess, previous marriage might be involved in this?
There's no information to indicate that there's another family member, an outside family member is involved. No, not at this time.
Is he local, the father,
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Let's go right here.
Yeah, sorry. Based on what you found on the phone, is there any indication that she was trying to live with somebody else in the woods?
No, just the information on the phone was that when she turned 13, which was just February 22nd, she was going to live out in the woods. So it's one of the reasons we're out there in that area searching. That was, through either text messages or other social media messages.
Sheriff, I know you had mentioned that Madeline asked to be dropped off at church away from the school. Family also said that as well. They also
the location of where she was dropped off and the timeline of when she was actually dropped off?
Yeah, that's certainly all the things that our detectives look at. I know the initial information was that she said, "Hey, I'm embarrassed of this vehicle, whatever, so drop me off um, at this location." We're still following up on all of that, but yes, certainly something that we will look into. Why not drop her off at the school? But we're looking into all of that.
Sheriff, we've heard there is surveillance video from that church that was given to detectives. Did it show her actually getting out of the car and starting to walk?
So we collected that video, analyzed it, and it's a very, very grainy video. So we're not actually sure if that's Madeline, but we've collected video from other parts of that area too.
At this point, are you looking at the boyfriend who was being dropped off as a suspect or anybody?
So anytime we have like a missing juvenile, we certainly look at everyone that has contact with that juvenile. It's one of the first things that we do. So the investigation is ongoing. So yeah, anytime that we have a missing kid who left their phone at home, who was dropped off, early a few blocks from school, we look at all of that. So anytime a child goes missing, to me it's always suspicious, and in this case, that's why we're putting all these resources towards finding her. Well over 100 personnel are working to find her, from detectives to analysts to specialized patrol, mounted patrol, our emergency response team, and others. Not to my knowledge, no, nothing that was beyond the obvious. Yeah. Yes. Where? No, so we're searching all the areas around that area where she was last seen, and then of course we're searching any area where we've received any tips or any areas that investigative leads have led us to. I can't tell you exactly when it was. It obviously it was before she turned 13, which was February 22nd, but that's all I can tell you right now. Other than that, to my knowledge, there was no other indication of turmoil in the house. So, that's why we have all these people out there. We don't know if she was taken. We don't know if she stepped away. She left her phone at the house. So that's why we're putting all this effort into. That's why we're doing this press conference, to hope someone from the public may have saw something. It might not have seemed like a big deal at the time, but now knowing what Madeline looks like, maybe it's some information that could help us find her whereabouts. Yeah, so anytime a juvenile goes missing, we're always looking at social media or phones. Obviously, I said we have her phone. We're able to analyze her phone. So anything that's involving gaming or social media, certainly we take a look at. And just know that a lot of times some of that information from third-party social media platforms does take time. We need to get subpoenas and information. But yeah, we are looking at that phone, and certainly that's things that our detectives will look at. Yeah, so like I said, throughout the investigation and tips that come in, we search different areas. I'm not exactly sure where they are right now. I just know that we've searched several areas out there.
You mentioned the blood. Obviously, Bloodhouse picked up traces of Madeline. I believe you had deputies out there by the middle school today. That's also where trailers. Can you just give us an indication, like what kind of radius of Bloodhouse you do, what area, or?
The bloodhounds, I mean, we put out our own videos. Depending on the scent and how strong it is, there's cases of bloodhounds tracking someone a mile or even more away. So that's why we have bloodhounds here. We use them anytime we have a missing person. And so it's one of the reasons not too long ago we put out our scent evidence kit. If you want to, you can get one of these scent evidence kits. You can put a piece of their clothing or clothing inside this kit, and then if God forbid someone who's elderly, who maybe has dementia or Alzheimer's, goes missing, we can give the bloodhound, let them sniff that article, and they may be able to take the bloodhound right to it. But they're incredible animals. As you know, and
Y'all, I'm not sure which exactly was the sheriff that done the picture, but I know what y'all are talking about. I'm not sure. The one that posted a picture of her little deceased body? Yeah. That's fucked up. The guy's older, yeah. Maybe. I don't know who it is. I really don't. All right, we're going to continue.
They're very capable of doing those searches. So the information I have is that it was that the mom's boyfriend dropped her off. That's the information I have. So all I will say is that our detectives are following up on every single lead with the end result of finding Madeline. That's their number one priority. But in investigations like this, they look at everything. Like I said, we interview family members, we locate sex offenders that are in the area, we look at video, we look at everyone's phones, we do search warrants to see if there's any indication in the house. So we do all of that, and it's an extensive investigation. So I said well over 100 people are involved. So we're hoping some tips come in that may help us. Again, we're going to continue to look at all the things that we do: license plate readers, video surveillance, cell phone information from everyone, and those are all the things that are going on right now. If we get tips, certainly we will. There's a lot of different areas out there, and we'll send our search teams to different areas over the next couple of days. No, we treat a missing person as a missing person. And I know there's different levels, and people are on the spectrum at different levels. So it wouldn't change our investigation. That's just a piece of information that we know, and based on our training of dealing with people who may be on the spectrum, that is something that we take into consideration about where they might end up, where they might go. All right, thank you.
That motherfucker there. Yeah, Megs, I agree. It's fucked up, ain't it, what that sheriff done? I agree. Fucked up. I don't know what I was really in this. I have this sped up, so it's going to seem like they're moving fast, but it's just sped up.
The search for Maddie continues.
Maddie, if you see this, please come home.
It's now been 4 days since 13-year-old Madeline Soto was last seen in Orlando. Her mother's boyfriend now sitting in a jail cell, the prime suspect in her disappearance.
Based upon his refusal to come to court, he's got an out-of-county warrant out of Osceola County. His bonds will remain at none.
And Fox 35 got Stefan Stearns on camera before he was arrested.
Tonight, Maddie's family is hoping for good news as they wait for a break from the case.
We will not stop until we find her.
Developing story tonight, a lot has happened over the past few days since Maddie disappeared. So here's what we know right now. Maddie celebrated her 13th birthday on Sunday. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Brown.
And I'm Marlisa Goldsmith. Monday morning, Maddie's mom's boyfriend, Stefan Stearns, reportedly took Maddie to school. She was last seen crossing the street around 8:30 that morning. Orange County deputies released this missing persons poster on Tuesday.
And then Wednesday morning, deputies searched the woods near Hunters Creek and then held a press conference. And then just before 10 o'clock last night, deputies arrested Stearns. His charges include sexual battery.
Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie joins us live tonight. And Hannah, you have been following this story for a while now. Stearns has been named a prime suspect in the case.
Yeah, Marlisa, I sure have. And I actually spoke with one of Maddie Soto's aunts today. She tells me this has been a very difficult day for them. And this news, this new development has really been devastating to the family, but they're still holding out hope for Maddie's safe return. Maddie Soto missing since Monday. The 13-year-old allegedly dropped off for school near Town Loop Boulevard around 8:30. Didn't make it inside. Stefan Stearns, now named prime suspect in her disappearance. Stearns is the longtime boyfriend of Soto's mother, Jen. You can see him here in the background of our interview with Jen Soto Tuesday.
I went to pick her up after school, and she wasn't there.
Sitting behind her, Stearns is fidgeting and cracking his knuckles.
That's a way to release tension. The point is, tension is actually one of the 27 what we call points of interest that can lead to possible deception or suspect behavior.
Human behavior investigator Susan Constantine isn't connected to this case. We asked her to weigh in on Stearns' mannerisms.
In my personal opinion, I would have said, Sheriff's Office, you need to take a really good look at this guy. He is presenting to me suspect behavior.
Right now, Stearns is behind bars, charged with sexual battery and possession of material depicting sexual performance by a child. Stearns, voluntarily handing over his phone, stated he accidentally factory reset the device the day Soto went missing. On it, investigators recovering disturbing photos and videos. An arrest warrant from Kissimmee police revealing details too graphic to air.
What about Mr. Stearns?
The 37-year-old being held without bond, refusing to show up in court Thursday. Retired detective David Nutting has dealt with hundreds of suspects over the years.
How frustrating is it when you have a prime suspect who is refusing to play ball or give up information or just answer questions?
It's especially frustrating in cases involving children, because it just seems so right in human nature to just tell everything you know. I mean, this is a truly innocent victim. This is somebody, Maddie, a young girl who did not live a high-risk lifestyle, and she's apparently with this monster. And it's just frustrating. Is why can't you just tell us what happened and let's resolve this case and bring Maddie back home?
Stearns is from Northport, Florida. That's about 2 hours from here. He still has ties to the area. On Thursday, the Northport Police Department confirming they too have assisted in this investigation. If you know where Maddie Soto is or you have any information that may help investigators with this case, you're asked to reach out to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, call 911, or call Crime Stoppers. In Kissimmee tonight, Hannah McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
So thank you for being here. We have some important developments in this case that we want to share with our community. I wish we were here to tell you that we have found Madeline, but we have not found her. Last night, detectives from the Kissimmee Police Department met with Madeline's mother, and they had to tell her the very devastating news that although we have not found Madeline, we are now confident that she is dead. So our efforts will be focused on recovering Madeline. Dozens and dozens of detectives, crime analysts, and specialized team members have been working nonstop and following up on every single lead and every shred of evidence. Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off on the morning of February 26th near her school. Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time and that Stephen Stearns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day. We have video evidence that shows Stephen Stearns discarding items in a dumpster in that apartment complex in Kissimmee at 7:35 on Monday, February 26th. Detectives later recovered Madeline's backpack and her school-issued laptop from that dumpster. At 8:19, we have evidence that shows Stephen Stearns returning to the complex and Madeline was visible in that vehicle. We believe she was already dead at that time. As a result of that, although the initial missing persons investigation started in Orange County, the Kissimmee Police Department will now be taking over the investigation and will become the lead agency. And of course, the Orange County Sheriff's Office, all of our support personnel will be available and will still be assisting in this investigation. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Chief Holland from the Kissimmee Police Department. Chief.
Thank you for being here. As Sheriff Mina said, this is still an active and ongoing investigation, and there is a lot of additional information that we cannot release at this time. I do want to note that Stephen Stearns was transported from the Orange County Jail to the Osceola County Jail, where he is being held on capital sexual battery charges filed by the Kissimmee Police detectives. Right now, our top priority is recovering Madeline. We are still appealing to our community for its help in this case. Please share this crime line bulletin on my right of Stephen Stearns. He was last seen driving a silver 2010 Lincoln MKZ. The Florida tag is IYLL82 on Monday, February 26th between 1 and 2:30 p.m. in the area of State Road 192 and Old Hickory Tree Road, as well as Old Hickory Tree Road and Nolte Road. During this time frame, it is believed that Stearns had a flat tire and might have been seen changing the tire in this area. If anyone saw this vehicle or noticed anything suspicious, we're asking that they call Crime Line. We will continue to work tirelessly with Orange County Sheriff's Office, the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, and St. Cloud Police Departments to bring a resolution to this case and recover Maddie. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. We'll take some questions, but just remember, we're still in the middle of this investigation. There's a lot of things that we cannot reveal.
Hello, Frank.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm smoking on
You're fine.
Demonetized.
You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to. I don't care about smoking either. I don't care about none of that. I say bad words over here. I don't give a shit.
That's good.
I don't like to be censored.
I'm censored all the time. No worries. What's up, chat?
Have you dug into this any?
Yeah, I did.
I know you're really good with child rings. What do you think?
What are you talking about?
I know, but shut up. What do you think?
I don't know. That's the hard part about this case. I cannot say specifically that's a child ring. There's like no indication yet.
I think so.
That's
maybe. At the least, it's him. There's more people that knows about him and involved, because I just don't believe he kept all them pictures and videos and shit all these years to himself. And his phone and shit, you know what I mean? And he was addicted to those little, I can't say them, the little Japanese toys, the gachimons or whatever, or the little keychain things. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, see, the thing is, if you're going to sexual abuse in that kind of cases, I mean, it does not always necessarily mean that an individual is part of a ring. That's how simple it is.
No, but her being found like 10 minutes from those people they busted, the Cox people.
I get your implication. It doesn't mean shit.
Shut up. Let's see here.
There needs to be an implication.
Gigapets. Gigamons.
Doesn't mean shit. You know,
Doesn't
for
mean
all
shit, but you never know.
you never
They
know.
said they can communicate through them.
That is true.
This case
That
is
is
more
one-
likely to be a ring than any case I've ever seen on here.
If you have a good
Am I right?
implication, then come back to me.
That's a good one. I've been on here longer than you.
Oh, we're gonna play
I got
that
something
now.
on you.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta have something on you.
It's all good. Play the video clip.
You've never heard of them? Miss Justice, I had them. They were around when I was a kid. Where you feed your pets and stuff. My kids are grown too, but I know what they are.
Just teaching you some investigation skills here, right?
Huh?
Just teaching you some investigation skill. Just because you have a cocaine ring doesn't mean that a dead body next to it needs to be a cocaine user, yet alone the homicide victim of that cocaine user.
Tamagotchi, that's it, Wacky. That's what I was trying to say.
Isn't Tamagotchi the
No,
maker of Pac-Man?
I don't know. You're supposed to
Pretty
know
sure it is.
everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
You don't know
Tamagotchi.
that?
God damn it! Now you made me want to Google.
Nano babies. Yeah, all this was on his Reddit. Hold on here.
Is it
Where is
Tamagotchi?
this? Let's
Tamagotchi.
see.
No, I can't remember.
Oh fuck, what's Sysnet or something like that. What was his Reddit name, y'all? I got it somewhere. I think it was like Sysnet. Something stupid weird. Do y'all go on Reddit, anybody? Do you use Reddit, Frank? I love Reddit. Oh, there's fucking gray hues on there. Go fucking figure it. Fuckers everywhere.
Yeah, I was just watching him.
He drives me nuts.
It drives me nuts too, but I sent him something that was really different because he had a certain individual on.
I'm going to share my screen here. This is what I'm talking about. Those things. Hey, Black Skies. I thought it had an eye in it somewhere. Wacky, I don't know.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah. What live, Outdoorsy? If it's about that David Solomon guy, no, I don't believe that guy. He's fucking, I think he's clout chasing, if that's who you're talking about, Outdoorsy. I'm not trying to be rude, but in my opinion, he's clout chasing. I don't believe his story. No. That's what you're talking about? I don't know. I do watch T-Rev.
Oh God, no! Why?
Because I like him. I followed him for a long time.
No comment.
I don't usually comment or nothing, but I've been watching him on this too. But I think this live, that if that's what Outdoors is talking about, the one he done with that dude, I think it's bullshit. I don't think he should have let that guy get up there and say that stuff.
I have a lot of never mind. It's your platform, so I'm not gonna bash anyway.
Thank you.
God damn it! I really want to tell it though.
I don't know which one you're talking about, Outdoorsy, because T-Rev's done a bunch of lives on this. Of course, I get he goes live every day and shit.
Please don't talk about T-Rev, otherwise I need to get off because I have strong feelings about the guy.
You can feel however you want to feel about people. I'm not. I'm just saying I don't believe that, and that kind of turns me against him because I don't agree with what happened on his channel with that guy. He had a guy get up there and accuse people of this P ring and named specific names and everything and didn't even vet it. Just let this guy get up there and spew it as facts, and it's wrong as hell.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
kind of his
Ruin a
niche.
lot of life. That can
What do you
ruin a lot of
expect?
life.
What do you expect?
Say
The
how
guy
you
does
feel.
the guy does freaking spirit boxes. He doesn't add anything to the true crime community.
See, I
Zero.
don't watch none of that shit. I don't get into spirit boxes and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That really upset me because he should have vetted that guy. I mean, that guy
Doesn't
threw
vet
out some
shit.
wild fucking accusations trying to say that he was a victim of Stephon Stearns, the one that done this to Madeline. Okay, but he's like only 10 years younger than the dude. How were you a victim when you were a grown fucking adult at the time? The timeline, just, and people's like, oh, you got to believe victims. No, I don't. I don't always believe victims first. I don't. Hush, Winifred. But I can tell when somebody's just telling a fucking story and clout chasing too. I can tell a difference on that.
Well, T-Rev is a clock chasing motherfucker anyways.
I know.
Did it? Well then, why watch him?
I don't know. I just do. I guess it's my guilty pleasure. Guess I have a few of them, huh? I don't know why I watch him. I'll quit watching him though on this case because I only watch him like in the beginning of the cases. Like I used to watch him on Idaho, and I don't no more because he's so far out there on it. You know what I mean? I don't know. At the beginning of the cases, he does all right. Then he gets too caught up in it. I don't know.
No, but then again, still, I mean, this guy has a huge platform and spews so many bullshit. I mean, how can anyone even follow him?
I know.
But I guess, yeah, whatever.
I guess I'll quit watching him. You got a point. Because I'm really upset on that David Solomon dude.
It's fine. It's just
because
pissing
it's
me off.
bullshit. But if you go out there and name names of shit and state it as facts, and you're letting somebody do this on your platform, be like me, letting you come up here and accuse people and throw out names and this and that, and that's not right. I would want to talk to you privately first and vet this information.
Well, I do it anyways because I know the people that I call out are actually worth calling out because everything that I speak
Winifred,
can
hush.
actually be backed up.
Hold on, my fucking dogs. All right, I'm back. Megs, I know everyone's not a victim because I followed this case back in 2020. I don't think anybody's here from my OG community. A little girl, a little 9-year-old girl, her dad brainwashed her and parental alienated her from her mother and accused her mother and stepfather of abusing her sexually. And it was lies. And he ran off to Mexico with her. He ended up kidnapping her, running off to Mexico, and he's in jail now in Texas. But yeah, this girl's in treatment, I think, still. This went on for like 2 years. Sounds like Yanni, Megs, for sure. But when I seen how he could do this to that little girl and brainwash her and shit, because I believed the little girl at first, I was one of them, always believe the victim. No, I don't. I listen first. Are you going to talk?
Who, me? Oh, I thought that you were going to continue.
Take off again? I'm going to play this. It's almost over. Then we'll chat.
No, Stearns has not spoken to anyone. The video evidence that we have. So we're not going to go into those exact details, but we have video evidence that leads us to believe that she's already dead.
Exactly. What did I tell you?
Yeah, so it could be helpful to us if people saw something, and obviously we're searching many different areas. But if someone saw something in that area, we want to know about it. What's that? So we actually have people searching areas right now. So they've searched a bunch of different areas, and they're going to continue to search. So I don't want to go into specifics on exactly where. I don't want to miss something. One more time. Sorry. So what I'll say is what I already said is that we believe he moved her body in those early morning hours, and all that is still under investigation. Yes, we're talking to the mother. Yes. So we're talking to the mother and all this. To my knowledge, she's not a suspect in this case right now. That's correct. So from the dumpster, we recovered her backpack and her school-issued laptop.
Wacky, shit, my voice is, I need a drink. Wacky, they did. They said he didn't work there.
Of course, he didn't work there. Just everything. It's kind of funny that people vet shit on Facebook, especially women, by the way, if they want to search a boyfriend or whatever, or a previous boyfriend. I don't know. Do a lot of Facebook information. It's cute because it doesn't vet shit.
Yeah, but there's a video of him at Epcot. He did work at Epcot, which it's Disney, but it's not the same land. You know what I mean? They're two different whatever, but still, it's still Disney Epcot.
What case does
But
that?
yeah, they. Huh?
Somebody else lied in a previous case that she worked at Disney and she never did.
I don't know.
Was that Jodi Arias?
Oh, that bitch is crazy. I don't remember
Oh, that bitch is crazy, but a guy can do it. Okay.
Well, there's more guy killers than there is women.
Still, same concept, same psychology.
I don't know. Okay, we're gonna listen. But Disney will hire anybody. Just saying.
It's our belief that she was killed in Kissimmee and that he moved her body. And so that's why the Kissimmee Police Department is the lead investigators now. Yeah, that's all part of the investigation, so we haven't determined that yet.
Oh, Cotton, I will be right back. Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, so obviously detectives have spoken to her mother, and as you can imagine, the reaction that any parent would have. That is correct. It is transitioned to a homicide investigation, and the Kissimmee Police Department will be the lead agency in that investigation. We're still investigating it.
The detectives are continuing the investigation, and as more evidence comes up, there may be more charges in the future. That's still all part of the investigation. I don't want to say right now.
So yes, we reviewed that footage. It was very grainy. We weren't able to determine that was her, but like I said, we know that she was never dropped off at school that morning. That's correct. Searches are continuing as we speak. And so, like I said, we have people who are working nonstop. And so every lead that comes in, every piece of evidence that we receive, we're going to follow up on that. And if that leads us to a new search area, we'll be out all weekend. That'd be great.
First, breaking in the death of 13-year-old Madeline Soto. Why prosecutors are now calling for.
Oh, you're good, Wacky. You're good, love. But like it's not being confirmed that he worked there. But there is footage of him, and I think he might have had it on a profile somewhere or something too. But she worked there, mom. She worked night shift allegedly. I think I'm gonna end this. I'll come back live maybe tomorrow or sometime about it. When something new comes out on it. Cher just went live. Gonna see what she's talking about. Jody Sue, I think. Everybody go over to shares, and I'll see you all over there. Adios. Thank you. Bye.